Appreciate you clicking on this video. Please like, subscribe, hit the buttons down at the bottom, leave a comment. It helps a ton, helps the algorithm a ton. Check out the eBay store, it'll be linked below as well. Go visit the Patreon. We're doing some cool giveaways on the Patreon. You definitely want to be a member of the Patreon to get exclusive content, be able to ask questions on some future podcasts, and be eligible for some giveaways. We've got a lot of cool stuff that we're planning on doing at the Patreon, shooting for Shot 3D and TAC, coming and shooting together and making a video, some cool stuff like that. Go check that out. Today, we're building this bow, brand new Mach 30, and I'm pretty pumped about it, so stick around. So I've got a PSE Mach 33 right over there, and I absolutely love it. It's a fantastic bow. It shoots incredible. I've got a Lift 33 somewhere over there, maybe, that I'm selling, or it's sold. It's kind of in a gray area at the moment, but hopefully it's fixing to be out the door. It's a great bow. I'm not complaining about it at all, but I tend to shoot this PSE Mach 33 a lot more. I've kind of fell in love with it. And why not get the shorter brother, or the younger brother, you might say, and see how you shoot with it, because there's going to be times where you're in a ground blind or something, and it would be nice to have the few shorter inches to shoot with. And from everything I've heard, this bad boy shoots like it's a 34, 35 inch bow, so I'm excited about that. So we're gonna have a backup bow. This may end up being my primary hunting bow if it shoots and is stable as they say. I've seen this bow when they came out last year and absolutely loved this color combo. So I really wanted one, just didn't make it happen last year, so I get to kind of have one a year late, I guess. So looking forward to it. Let's get this built, let's shoot it, let's see how it groups. Maybe we'll do a little comparison to the 33 and see how they compare. All right, before we get too far in, just a few things we're putting on it. QAD Ultra Rest HDX. It's going to be a hunting bow. I really like these QADs for a hunting bow especially. It fully encloses the arrow. You don't have to worry about it rattling around or falling out or anything like that. Really like those. The sight, I'm rolling with this HHA bar with the UltraView UV3 XL SE sight. Really love this sight. I love the ability of having the movable pins, the adjustable pin, and still being able to turn the dial and get, you know, to long distances. I also really like the ability to pop this housing out and put a single pin in if I'm going to a TAC or a Shot 3D, and I don't want 4 pins in there kind of getting all jumbled up. So love this, and I can put a lens in it. I do have a lens. I might shoot some 3D with it with a lens, just kind of see how it goes. But love this sight. So that's the sight we're running. I've got a couple bars. One of them's a podium bar, one of them's a squatch bar, just some kind of scraps and leftovers I've had laying around. So let's get it put together. All right, so first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna get this QAD mounted on. We wanna make sure our arrow's nice and level before we do too much else. Then we'll get our D-loop and stuff tied on and ready to go. So we've mounted it up. I've got my indicator just a little below center on this. We'll adjust left and right when we start shooting through paper and get everything on there. But we've got it up, got it on there. Let's get it in the press, and we're gonna cut this D-loop off. It doesn't even have soft ties on it, so we'll cut this off, and then we will get our arrow on there and get it level. We cut that D-loop off, and you can see we've got some serving separation already, which is quite a bit. I thought I could maybe press this up, and I can make it a little better, but not like it should be. So next thing we need to do is get some Palmetto Precision strings on this bad boy, so we don't have that problem. All right, so we've got our bow vise kind of set up here. We're going to check the level on the arrow, kind of get a rough setup of where we want our soft knots to go. Not too worried about left and right at the moment, but we are worried about having this arrow. That's pretty good right there. I'm going to set some soft knots here, and then we'll tie our D-loop in over on the press. We're going to try to tie this top one in here, then we'll tie the bottom one in on the press itself. I normally don't do it this way, but I feel like a lot of times if I do it on the press, I don't get as level as I want to get. So I'm going to try this method of getting everything level here, and then we're going to go over to the press to finish it up. And I'm going to make this one pretty loose because these lighted nocks are pretty big. They require a pretty big nock area there, and so to avoid nock pinch, we're going to try to keep it pretty big. So we've got our top one in, we've got our arrow in, we're going to put our bottom one in. Apparently I'm not using the best stuff for soft knots and stuff. It's a little too thin. It cuts through into the serving a little bit, so whatever I'm using, don't use it. And all this will basically be for nothing, because I'll have to do all of it again when I do the new strings from Palmetto Precision. But that's all right. Practice makes perfect. All right, we'll center down. While we're on the press, we're going to get this cable in. If I can get this, or get this drop away cable in, if I can get it to split down the middle. So we've got our let off like we want, we've got our draw length like we want. We're going to draw and set this QAD. Feels pretty good. Might be a touch short, but pretty good. We'll tweak that as we go. All right, so before we totally commit to tying that drop away down, we're gonna put it on here and just make sure it doesn't over tighten or anything. Just make sure the timing's good while we got it on here. We've adjusted some stuff. It's pretty tight. Timing's about perfect. Still gonna be too short. No, we're just right there. Close. 69 pounds, 67 pounds, 66.9, so 67 pounds. A little light on the gas there. All right, so we're just gonna cut and burn this. Should probably pull it through the QAD. But I don't think it's gonna come out either way. Alright, so those are on. Slap this in. Alright, sights on. Let's get our back bars mounted and our front stabilizer quick disconnect while we're here. I think we're ready to shoot through paper finally. Alright. So we've got her all put together. She's looking pretty good. Obviously, I wish this bar matched somehow. I need to get a little more weight in the front probably. We're just gonna kind of piece it together as we go. I don't know if this D-loop's even gonna look right, but she looks sweet for the most part, and I think she's gonna be a great shooting bow. A little tighter nock pinch than I was hoping to have. Definitely tip left by a significant amount. Money. All right, so just to kind of give an idea of where we started, you can see where we were to begin with. Moved the sight to 13/16, got a little closer. We were here. We flipped the 220 shims, bumped them out just a hair more, and then we're here on this about perfect bullet hole as far as I'm concerned. All right, so now I'm gonna get some measurements, speed tests, so I can do a quick setup, sight tape, and then we can start checking the sight tape, seeing how it shoots. 261. So we've had a 260, a 261. 260. All right, so it looks like 260 is our number. All right, so I'm not loving those speeds, but this string is the original string, I'm guessing. It looks like the factory string. I'm assuming I'm only getting 67 pounds or something with it. It's due for a new string. Like I said, I'll be making a call, see if we can get some Palmetto precision strings on this bad boy and get her juiced back up. The arrows, I can cut a couple inches off from what I was looking at. I can cut a couple inches off and we can make it a little lighter, but you're still only talking about 20 grains. I don't know that it's enough to matter, but we got to get our measurements, and it is shooting good. It feels good, smooth, no problems with anything. Timing looks spot on. 26 3/4. All right, next, the weight of these arrows. .478.6. Heavier than I wanted them to be. 480. So I'm going to run and put this info into the Precision Cut Archery. Hopefully get a quick sight tape made. Come back up here, see if this sight, if I can get 20 figured out and shoot from there. The bow is shooting great. I think the bow is going to be great. I wish it was a little faster. 260 is a little too slow for what I really want. 470 or 480 grain arrows is heavier than I want. Ugh. But it's not a bad thing as long as they shoot good. If you're in the fours, mid fours, it's probably great. I can definitely shave 20 grains off of that. If anybody else has any other suggestions to cut a little weight out of these arrows, I love the arrows. They are very durable. They are just heavy. That's my only complaint. So if you've got any tips, let me know. I'm gonna go get a sight tape. We'll slap a sight tape on and we'll start shooting. All right, so we got a quick setup sight tape from Precision Cut Archery. So now what we gotta do is go find our 20, make sure our 20's dead on. We'll slap this sight tape on, the quick setup sight tape on. And then we're gonna go find a mark at like 80 or 90 and get a group at that. We'll gap that and we'll get a really good precise sight tape out to 110 or 115. I'm not gonna be super stressed about this because realistically I'm gonna put new strings on it pretty soon. The peep sight's a little too big. It's like even on a UV3 XL SE, you can see a ring around it. So it's just too big. I've got other peeps, but I don't really want to mess with it. If again, I'm gonna just have to put a new string in it that's hopefully 70 pounds, not 67, and get me a few more feet per second as well on that, and one that isn't separating in the whatever string separating there, and just needs a new string. It's just time. It's been shot. Needs a new string. So right now though, we're gonna get this one going because I do want to get it sighted in, shoot it, see if I like it or not. Get our 20-yard mark. Okay, that's actually not bad. Back on up. Alright, definitely hitting the left. Alright, so finally I think I've got this sight in. These are my last two, both of them X's and 10s, so I think my 20 mark is pretty well set. We're going to slap a sight tape on it, maybe back up a little bit, see if 50 and 60, how far off they are, and call it good. So we're going to cut this sight tape out, line up the 20, and then we're going to back up and check the longer distances, see how they match up to this sight tape. It will not be perfect, but we can at least get a mark at some point for 80, 90, 100. All right, so we've got a tractor in the way, so 44 is as far as I can get today, but that'll be a good starting point. It's a good little test to see how accurate this sight tape's gonna be. God, dog, it went off early. All right, so for the second time that we have shot this bow, first day we've shot the bow, second time we've shot it at 45 yards, 44 yards. We're a yard off at 45, 44, I've got it at 45. All things considered, had a punch here, which I knew that's a bad shot. We've got 3 that are touching right here, just an inch to the left of the X. We've bumped it over a little bit, walked it in, and this one's in the X. That one's just a touch high, touch left as well. So, I mean, you can wrap your hand around these. That's a good group at any distance, but at 45 yards, I think it's a pretty dang good group. Even though it's touch left, it's got to work through the sight a little bit. Arrows are flying good, arrows are good, bow's good. Gonna be a good setup. Got to make some adjustments, got to get it a little faster, get a new string on it, get that D-loop just a little bit bigger, get a little more gap here for those knocks so they're not pinched. I'm seeing some weird ones coming out, just fishtailing a little bit. I think it's because we're pinching them a little too hard. Other than that, the bow's sweet, the bow holds really good, the bow is steady. Again, it's only the second time I've ever shot, or it's the first day I've shot this bow. That's probably, those were arrows 12, 13, 14, 15, somewhere in that ballpark that I've ever shot out of this. I think that's a good sign for what's to come. If the bow's shooting that good, holding that good, balanced that good, that forgiving, we're able to group like that when we're just trying to get sighted in. I think this Mach 30 is going to be a sweet bow. Love the looks of it, obviously. I think it's going to kill some deer this year. Stick around, like and subscribe. We're going to have more stuff on this bow. We're going to do some more tweaking on it. We're going to get some strings on it. We got some stuff coming, so stick around. Appreciate you watching. Like, subscribe.